Am I the a-hole for kicking my parents out of my wedding after they tried to bring my estranged brother? I, 29M, recently married the love of my life, 27F. It was a beautiful day filled with love and joy, except for one major incident involving my parents. To give some context, I'm estranged from my older brother Luke. Growing up, Luke was a bully. He tormented me emotionally, verbally, and even physically, making my childhood miserable. My parents always downplayed it, brushing it off as normal sibling rivalry or boys being boys. But it wasn't normal, and when I finally went no contact with Luke 5 years ago, I felt a sense of peace and freedom I hadn't experienced before. My parents, however, have never respected my decision. They constantly pressure me to reconcile, saying family is family, and claiming that Luke has changed. But I know better than to let him back into my life. When my fiancé and I were planning our wedding, I made it explicitly clear to my parents that Luke was not invited. I even warned them that if they tried to bring him, they would be asked to leave. They seemed to accept this boundary, but apparently, they didn't take it seriously. On the day of the wedding, as my wife and I were greeting guests before the ceremony, I saw my parents walk in with Luke. My stomach dropped. I immediately pulled them aside and demanded to know what they were doing. My mom said they couldn't leave him out because he's still family, and thought that once I saw him, I'd get over it. I was livid. I told them they had two options, leave with Luke or leave without him, but he was not staying. My dad accused me of being dramatic and ruining my own wedding, while my mom started crying about how I was tearing the family apart. Despite their protests, I stood firm and insisted they leave. In the end, they left with Luke, and neither of them stayed for the ceremony. While the rest of the day was amazing, the fallout began almost immediately. My parents have been bombarding me with texts and calls, accusing me of humiliating them. Some extended family members are divided. Some support me, while others say I overreacted and should have just let it go for the day. Even a couple of my friends suggested I could have handled it quietly by letting Luke stay and ignoring him. My wife is completely on my side, and I don't regret standing up for myself. But part of me feels conflicted. Am I the a-hole for enforcing my boundary and asking my parents to leave?